Hello, welcome. Welcome to another edition of Savings Minus Debt. I'm your host. Let me get some things straight here, some settings real quick here. See if I can, let's see. Microphones this, test that. Okay. All right, we good. All right. What's up, Andre? What's up, Steven? How are you guys today? I hope well. AKA Cutlet Bay. Okay, I don't know what that means. What's up, Sal's? What's up? What's up, Mr. Gold? How you doing? Hope everyone is well. Happy Sunday. I might be having my man, the Scout SMD family. He said he wanted to join me today. It's always good when he's on the show too. We'd be talking about some things that are normally not. Now I sent him the link, so hopefully he gets it fairly quickly. Let me make sure. Did I make sure I sent it? Okay, there it goes. I see it. All right, cool. Now this was unscheduled, so he wasn't supposed to be here at this exact time. We just thought of this today. Anyway, what's up, Sal's? He says, I came down here to Dallas, Texas for the first time from New York City, and damn, this place is flat. Yeah, a lot of people going to Texas from California. I guess Texas is something. It must be in Texas, must be inviting property, something, relaxed laws and rules and stuff. It must be something good. And I like Texas, honestly. Most of my family it lives in Texas. So I enjoy it. I like the weather. You know, I like when you drive through certain parts of Texas, you just see these amazing ranches. I mean, you'll see a big old ranch with beautiful cows on it and just a big iron gate at the front with the initials of the owner or the family or something. When I see shit like that, I just be like, man, that's what I'm talking about right there. That's what I'm talking about, you know? You know, anything's possible. Anything and everything. Yeah, definitely a lot of land for sure. You know, I know people think we run out of land, but you got to remember, like when you think about New York, that's just a high population of people all concentrated in a certain area. You know, that's what makes it, you know, if you live there long enough, you'll start to think the whole world is like that. It's not. It's any populated city that you live in. If that's what if that's what you like, I guess that's what you like, you know. Yeah, most definitely. That's why I love it here in Myrtle Beach too. First of all, it's a vacation city, so if people come here to vacation, which I love. It's a retirement city, and so there's a lot of older people that live here, which I love. Uh, I understand, like when I drive around, I understand that people are going to drive slower. They're going to do things, sometimes awkward things. You know, just what happens when you get older. You know, just that kind of shit happens. I'm not going to get mad at a person that been on Earth here longer than me. Like like now, when I look at old people and I see them driving, I don't say, "Oh my God, I wish this old person move out the way." It's like that person was here on Earth before me, and they're still driving a car. I just hope one day that I get into the position of that old person. You know, they probably don't even think about young people anymore. That's just your problem. Good luck on living this long. You know. What's up, Jewel? All right. Hello, everyone. My name is LJ Young, and I'm a 100% debt free motivational speaker and personal finance educator. I help people become financially free by helping them mathematically see outside what I call the debt matrix. And the debt matrix is a place where slaves live. Now, there's two kinds of slaves. There's unconscious slaves and there's conscious slaves. Unconscious slaves don't trust math and they don't know it. So, for example, they believe in their homeowners with 30-year mortgages. When they can put in the calculator, mortgage payment minus mortgage balance, and it hit equal, the calculator clearly shows them that they're not a homeowner. But since they look at it and they still don't believe the calculator. They are what's called unconscious. Conscious slaves were once unconscious, found the SMD channel, did what the channel said, added up all their savings minus their debt and hit equal. They believed it. That they believed that it was a deep negative number, and deep negative number is very, very bad. And if that is a deep negative number, that means you are owned. If you owe that much money to businesses, they own you. Okay, so you don't own yourself. They realized that to stop being owned, they must get to zero, just like I did. That was me. I was what you call the high value man, which the debt matrix calls high value man. 6-figure earner, college educated, great job, making good money, nice car, nice house, all the clothes, all the stupid bullshit, all of it. So I reached this so-called pinnacle point. And then once I got there, I realized, what is this it? That's exactly what I said to myself. Is this it? And something was missing. And I realized once I reached that pinnacle point, still was something was missing, and it wasn't another person. It was because I was in debt. I'm saying this feeling of missing, I'm just telling you because I know what it is now, right? I'm just telling you after the fact. Well, it was because I was in debt. I realized what I didn't know at that time, everything around me was a mathematical illusion. I didn't own any of it. I didn't own where I live. I didn't own the car I drive. I didn't buy the clothes with my own money. I used credit cards for everything. I used credit cards to even pay some of my bills, right? Those are just, everything was an illusion. Till one day, I just said, I just had enough. Found Dave Ramsey. Dave Ramsey basically said, take the math that we all were taught in grade school, apply it to your finances, and you use these baby steps, and then you get out of debt. And that's what I did. So I took the math that I learned in grade school, applied his baby steps, and got out of debt. Once I got out of debt, I realized I was free, and also realized that I just did it with just basic mathematics. So I took Dave Ramsey's principles, stripped out the religion, because religion has absolutely nothing to do with mathematics. 1 + 1 = 2, no matter what religion you are. Also, when he says pay down your debt, start putting away 15% towards retirement when you have your mortgage. But according to the laws of mathematics, that's impossible. If you have a mortgage, if you paid off all your debt and you have a mortgage left, this is what I want you to do. I want you to open your calculator, put in your mortgage payment minus your mortgage balance, and hit equal. That's how much money you have to put away for retirement. Now, you can either believe the calculator or you can believe what somebody else tells you. That's totally up to you, but I always believe the calculator. Okay? Now I help people get all the way to become a true homeowner. That's what I do. Once I realized I was a slave. I didn't realize I was a slave when I was in debt. Got to zero, turned around, looked back. I was like, holy shit, I've lived my whole life in debt. All that time I was a slave. Sure were, Linnell. You sure were. In order to be successful in life, you must first own yourself. That's what SMD teaches. SMD helps you see the mathematical truth. It's totally up to you. It's always told you believe the calculator or not. SMD is a place where it's I'm going to simplify it for you as much as possible. And the best way I can say it to you is this. All you have to do is believe your calculator. That's it. And then you'll be free, rich, wealthy, whatever name you want to put on your money. Trillion, billion, million, quadrillion. It's totally up to you. They're just names. What's up, Robert? All right. So that's what I do. I help people look at SMD as the bridge to financial future, to your financial freedom. Excuse me, the bridge to financial freedom. The bridge that's going to help you talk to other people that understand money too. Because if you don't have the basics, look at SMD as the basics. This channel teaches you the absolute bare bone basics. So the people that really understand money would even take the time to even talk to you or even look at you. They might not even want to look at you. Like if you have a car payment and a subprime mortgage and you're talking about investing, people that understand money are not even going to talk to you. Do you understand? They're going to straight up ignore you. If you think you're investing in cryptocurrency and you have student loans older than your children, People that understand money are not going to talk to you. Do you understand? This is the place that's going to help you come across that bridge so they can talk to you. What's up, Amina? Wealthy firefighter, what's going on? I recently sold my rental property, which was my only debt, made a great profit, but I must admit, being debt free again feels good. It feels absolutely good. And to make sure it's clear, business debt I don't really care about. Business debt is cool because that's different. There's different rules. There's different tax rules for that kind of stuff. The only thing I'm referring to is personal debt. Okay, because rental debt you can sell, get out. It really doesn't. Personal debt. And the reason why I focus on personal debt, first you must own yourself. Period. You must own you. If you are to ever be successful in the business world, number one, the business of you must own the business of you. If you don't own the business of you, it's mathematically impossible for you to own anything outside of you, especially if you don't even know you don't own yourself. A lot of slaves are walking around not even, they don't really know that they don't own themselves. But I've come up with something so to better help you slaves understand. Okay. Because I know when you hear me say slave, 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 you get offended. Uh, it bothers you. And I'm going to be straight up honest. I really don't care. Okay. I really don't care how you feel about being a slave. I really don't. Because when I say the word, it really only offends slaves. So if you get offended by the word slave, it's because you are one. Because if you called me a slave, it wouldn't offend me. I would just look around and say, who are you talking to? I just wouldn't know, right? Well, to help you better understand, because I told you I was a slave once before, but what I didn't know what was inside of me was an unconscious slave. Okay. I was a slave to the unconscious ego. I'm sorry. I was a slave to the unconscious ego inside me. Now you're probably thinking, what's an unconscious ego? Unconscious ego doesn't trust math and doesn't know it. Okay. Unconscious ego does not trust math and doesn't know it. Hence, unconscious. Okay. Got it? Now, there's an unconscious ego in all of us, really. Right. And now you're probably thinking, how do I know if I have an unconscious ego inside of me? Okay. You're probably thinking that. Okay. And I get it. All right. So I'm going to give you an example so you can understand. All right. Open up your calculator. Now, are you a homeowner? Okay, first of all, the first question, are you a homeowner? You're probably all saying yes with a 30-year mortgage. You guys are all saying yes, okay? Now open up your calculator, put in your mortgage payment minus your mortgage balance and hit equal. But instead of you telling me the equal on your calculator, I'm going to tell you the equal. Ego agrees with you. Equals ego agrees with you, okay? Unconscious ego agrees with you. So if you believe you're a homeowner with a 30-year mortgage, even though I'm showing you with the calculator, and you still believe you are, unconscious ego agrees with you. That means you are a slave to unconscious ego, which in turn makes you a slave because you're a slave to it. Now, this is when I do things like this, I know it's a hard pill to swallow. I really do understand that it is. You're like, wait a minute. People have been telling me this is how I must do it all my life. I understand. I get it. I totally get it. But what you also need to understand that slaves are needed. When you hear me talk about slaves, none of this would work without you. Do you understand? You guys are very, very important. It's important for you to finance washers and dryers and refrigerators with TVs in them, financing cell phones for the upgraded cell phone every single year. Get totally upside down in cars. Keep financing cars over and over until you can't get out, to where you're forced to keep refinancing cars every year to even have a car because you don't have the money to get out of it. Those are, you guys are all important. All of it's by choice too. I want you guys to clearly understand that it is all by choice. You choose to be slaves. That's what's so wonderful about this system. You choose to be slaves. How do you choose? By not trusting mathematics, by not believing your calculator. That's how you choose. You choose to not trust math. You're a slave to the unconscious ego inside you. And the reason why I say it is inside you, because I got out. And if I got out, that means whatever that wasn't part, it was part of me, but I had a choice to change it. A lot of YouTube influencers losing their house due to foreclosures. Oh yeah, you guys are going to see. This is what's what's wonderful about this business right here. What I do, first of all, what I do will never get old. This is the difference between me, this channel, and the 37 million other channels on YouTube. This is the difference. My content will never get old, ever. It will never age. It will always be correct. No matter when you push play on the videos, they will always be relevant, always. Maybe the content I talk about won't be relevant, but what I'm speaking about the content will always be relevant, because math is timeless. That's the difference between me and other subscribers. They got to keep up with they got to keep you, most of the people entertained with all the stuff and the cameras. I don't have to keep up with none of that. I don't have to update my skills. I don't have to learn anything new, because math will always be the same, always. That's what I love about this channel. And now you guys, when this starts happening, you guys are going to see the real deal of the people that been looking like, I mean, looking like they had money, because you got to remember, they're showing you what they want to show you through the camera. You have no idea what's outside that camera range. You guys have no idea. Even though they tell you, I mean, when you don't, what you don't understand is that when you get out of the debt matrix, it's a different language. So they don't know what they don't, people like that, they don't know they're speaking debt. But if I go to the channel and and it's a finance channel, I will immediately know if if that's a person in debt giving you guys financial advice. I would know immediately. They won't know how I know, because they don't know debt free is a language too. They don't know that. You guys are going to see big changes from all the people that you thought were making so much money because they had a whole bunch of viewers, a whole bunch of subscribers. Like that means it don't mean nothing. None of that means anything. What'd you say here? I seen a bunch of slaves on the airplane yesterday and all over the airports. How you know they're all slaves, man? There's debt-free people that fly. You know that, right? Like I said, I see slaves like an x-ray. It is like an x-ray. It's always stressful with a negative balance. Next time, make sure you can pay for the property at least twice over in cash. But you got to remember, the majority believe they're owners with mortgages. That's the best part. You know, even you see Andre say that, you know, you got to be able to pay it twice in cash. They have no idea what he said. Oh man, that you got to be rich to do that. You can't do, nobody can do that. You got to have a rich uncle. You got to have money in the family. Who you think I'm, Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos? They think they think only billionaires and trillionaires can pay for houses in cash. That's what unconscious slaves believe. But I'm here to tell you guys this, that believe that too. That's the unconscious slave, and that's the unconscious ego inside of you telling you that. That's the unconscious ego inside of you telling you that you can do things that are not mathematically true. Because I remember what I said, unconscious ego doesn't trust math, and it doesn't know it. It doesn't know it doesn't trust math. You guys have no idea what they're doing to you slaves today. You guys have no clue. I mean, let me tell you something. It's bad, man. They are making you guys. I mean, it's like they got the pedal to the metal. I mean, the gas pedal is floored on the acceleration of the creation of slaves. I mean, they are making you guys by the millions for over stretching you guys across 100-year time span too. Believe that.
Hey, what's going on, LJ?
How you been, man?
Good, good. Yeah, I was. I'm out and about in the car right now. I had to take care of some things, but you know how we was on schedule. But so if there's any like delays or whatever, what I'm saying, just let me know. But yeah, man, I just want to get on and get on here and chop it up with you about
Yeah,
that
man.
every.
So yeah, so what you been up to, man? What's your experience been out there, been like out there, but the slaves and stuff?
Ooh, I'll tell you what, man.
Yeah, you already cutting out, man. You already cutting out. Yeah, I can't even hear you if you're talking. I don't know how long it's gonna be before you can get stationary, man. Hello, you there?
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Hold on. Let me. No, I was gonna say though. Like you asked me how my life was.
Yeah.
And I said, you know how like when somebody is a smoker and they stop smoking and they say after that you start eating better. That's how my
Right.
life is now, man. You know,
Gotcha. Gotcha.
it's like
Gotcha.
right now I'm like to the point where like I'm so focused in on everything because like what I tell people when I'm talking to them, I try to explain something and paint the picture. I always
Hmm.
try to tell them, I say, don't think so much, right? And I tell you what, man. What ends up happening when you get this debt off you and then you
Hmm.
pursuing other things in your life,
Right.
life becomes simpler.
It is. You're
And
right.
I'm gonna tell you, man, you can't man, you can't put a price tag on
I make sure it stay.
simplifying your
I
life.
make sure it stays that way. I make sure it stays that way too. Simple.
Oh man, I'm putting
Oh
all
yeah.
kind of different like, hey man, you know how like you building a house, you got to stack it from the bottom up, hopefully.
Hmm. Oh
I'm
yeah.
putting
The
all kind of
foundation.
like, hey, right, man. I'm putting all like
Right.
the precursors together so that I don't go back. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly. Well, you got to think about it. There is no going back.
No,
That's
no,
not
no,
that's not even an option. You see what I'm saying?
no,
Going back is
no.
not an option. So that's an automatic. You're going to do whatever it takes to never go back. That's what it is.
Yeah, yeah. Like,
Ain't
you
no
know
going
what, man?
back.
I was just thinking, I wish they made a picture or a movie about this, man. You know?
About the S&D.
Yeah,
Oh,
about or
that's
at
gonna
least,
have to come from
yeah,
S&D.
man. I can
There is
envision
nobody
it
new.
because if you made the movie properly and showed somebody like like maybe two, three different people and
Hmm.
going about life in a three different ways, man,
Hmm.
that would like change. Now you talking about well, people went to the
Well,
movie.
first it's
You know
gonna
what
have to
I'm
be the
saying?
book. The book is gonna have to
Yeah,
come first,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And
yeah.
and to get this all out of my head, and I mean it's damn near ready for a book. But I think once these shirts get out here and S&D goes
Hmm.
worldwide, and then it's time for the book. The book will sell out. The book will
Oh
sell out,
man,
totally sell
yeah,
out.
no
I won't even have to
no
do
question.
nothing
Yeah,
to
because
get this
yeah,
information, man.
sure. And I'll tell you what, man. To be honest with you, anybody that can listen to this, like how you have it provided right now,
Mhm.
if they really knew what the value was of what you're saying, because for me, it's life altering. It's
Right.
it changed my life. You understand? And
Hmm.
so that's why every day that I get up and take a breath, it's almost like you and the SMD family is part of my life.
Right.
You understand?
Right.
That's how
I
serious this
totally
stuff
get it
is,
because
man.
there is no, like, when people hear me say, "Hey man, there's no family like the SMD family on the internet," they probably think I'm just bullshit. Oh, look at this he's
Man,
bragging and shit. No, it
no,
just
man,
is.
no.
It just
That's what I'm
is.
trying to emphasize right now. It ain't like I'm
Mhm.
on LJ's jock. It ain't got nothing to do with it.
Right. Right.
No, what it is,
Right.
man.
Make sure that shit's clear.
No, what it
Right.
is, I value. See, once certain people come in your life,
Hmm.
and I count you as one of them, and that have life changing alterations, like almost like you getting your shirt altered. Man,
Hmm.
once they almost cannot do no wrong. You know
Hmm.
what I mean?
Right.
I mean,
Right.
at that point, they don't change. It's too late. You've
Oh,
already
wait
changed.
till these shirts come out, Ken. This gonna
Oh
change the game. It's
man,
gonna change the
yeah,
game. No,
yeah.
just think about it, this Ken. These shirts, the statements on these shirts, think about it. The statements on these shirts will have never been seen before ever.
Yeah, yeah,
Right? And
yeah.
the statements on these shirts will never get old. Ever.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything else
Now,
gets old except this.
well, I remember I was listening to one of your things, and I think I might have mentioned it, but like one thing that never gets old is 1 + 1 = 2.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, see, why are we even getting into division or multiplication or anything past that if you don't know one plus? See, people out there right now, they probably, oh, he being an a-hole. No, man, I'm keeping it to the basics. See what I'm saying? I keep saying everything is the same in my speech.
You know,
Okay,
so
like,
funny though, they will call you an asshole for saying
yeah,
that, right? But you
yeah,
can turn to them and say, "Hey, do you know how much debt you're in?" They'll turn to you and say, "I don't know."
right. And why do you care? See,
Why do
that's
you care?
why do you and be mad?
And be mad, yeah.
That's why I don't like go out. Cause see the way I feel about it, you once you become like this, you want to go. It's almost like you want to preach to the choir, man.
Right,
Because you know how life, but you can't do it because
right.
then you're gonna really kind of turn people off. Really, you see what I'm saying?
Well, we need slaves. We need them.
Well, yeah.
We
I
need them.
mean,
It's important. They're important.
yeah.
None of this will work without them.
Well, they're an integral part of the whole thing. They're the
Correct.
backbone. They're the backbone. I hate to
It's
say
just
that.
sad to see sometimes. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
especially when it's family. You know what I'm saying? It's just sad to
Oh,
see.
yeah. Like
I told you I had to let my friend go to long time friend. I had to let him go, man. He was starting to get
yeah.
jealous of me. For what? I
Yep.
was like,
Mhm.
what are you getting jealous for? I don't get it, man. I'm trying to show you something. He just couldn't see it. I said, I gotta let him go. Negativity can't come where I'm going. It can't come.
Let me tell you. Now we have a mutual friend, Steven. You know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Young dude. Yeah. So
Yeah. Oh,
anyway,
the young dude. Young dude. Okay.
yeah. He might be listening now. You know how he is. But so me and him, we close, And so he was sharing to me, I'm not gonna get too personal, but he was sharing with me of another mutual friend that we both know, you know, and
Mm,
a part of his family. And the
mm,
sad thing is, man, is he's seeing the changes in Steven. You understand? And
mm, mm.
Steven is like leapfrogging even where, well, he's younger. You understand?
Right.
And
Right.
he's just like propelling to heights. It's just off the chain.
Mm-hmm.
And so the friends and family that's around him, they're seeing these changes, but they can't comprehend it on it. They
Right.
just can't take it. It's too much, you see. So
Yes,
his
exactly.
cousin, I'm not saying he almost, I'm gonna have to write him off because
Mm,
he's
mm,
becoming a negative. Do you
mm,
understand? And
mm-hmm.
it's sad, man, because this is a good, I call him kid, he in 20, but he a good kid, man, but it's just he caught up in the ways of life, how you
Mm,
originally taught, let's say it like
mm-hmm.
that.
Right. 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 Right.
Right now he's caught in that. And
Right.
so yeah, and so like my heart go out to him, and Steven been trying to like show him the light, like talk to him, things like that, but
Yeah.
he's not
Yeah, you
willing.
can't. You know what? The Matrix is strong, man. You can't. And I
Yeah.
get it. I mean, just look at it a different way. You see how many people are caught up in it, man. That kind of shit demands respect.
Yes. Yes.
That took generations. I mean, it's
Yeah.
like, okay, I respect that. I respect
Right.
that. You know,
Right.
I mean, if you can convince millions of people that
Mm.
they're homeowners with 30-year mortgages, that
Decades,
demands
man.
respect. That
Decades.
demands respect.
Decades. That's decades of people.
Decades. That's
And that,
generations, man. That's
yeah.
generations
Oh
of people
man.
believing they're homeowners with 30-year mortgages, man. That's
I
like, hey,
know. I know. I know. Yeah,
you
because
got
see,
hands down respect.
another thing that I've noticed too with me, I watch what I say. What I mean by that is I watch my speech. You won't hear me too often say maybe, if, I hope
Right,
something. Now, see,
right,
now them
right.
days is over. See,
Oh yeah, I don't
like,
talk like that. No, I don't
nah,
talk like that.
man, no, like folks back in the day that knew me maybe just 5 years ago.
Hmm.
I'll say even in a year, because you fluidly change
Hmm.
monthly, not yearly. But
I
like
tell.
even 2 years ago, if somebody that knew me that ain't seen me in a while, I
Oh,
guarantee you in
gotcha,
three
gotcha.
minutes they would go, "What the?" In their head, what this? He done changed for the good.
He done
What the
changed.
heck is
Yeah.
going on? Or and I don't even know if they would say for the good. They would just go, What's going on?" See what I'm
You know,
saying?
you gotta say, when you say it, you gotta, like, I was talking to one of my boys last night. I hadn't talked to in a minute, right? We were talking about,
Hmm.
his
Hmm.
house is double value, and I said, man, you need to sell it and blah blah blah. And so we start getting. He started, what you been up to? I said, oh man, I've been growing my channel, SMD channel. And I
Right.
said, yeah, man, I'm about to be known worldwide. And it kind
There
of
you go.
caught him
There
off
you go.
guard, right? He was like, worldwide, huh? I said, yeah, worldwide. And
Why
to
not?
say, can you imagine now? Imagine somebody telling you that is going to really
Hmm.
blow your mind. Like, who the fuck? You know how people are. Who the fuck
Right.
you
Right.
are? How you know you're going to be
Yep.
worldwide? Oh,
Yep.
you just talking
Yep.
shit, And then when
Right.
it happens, then what they gonna say?
Yeah, right. And
It
see,
just anyway. It just threw him off guard. It was like, but he
no,
didn't say
I know
anything
exactly
negative.
what you're
He
talking
just
about.
paused. He did the
Yeah,
pause thing. He did the pause thing.
but I do know exactly what you're talking about because see, anymore now, when I have a project I gotta do, man, I don't think people understand. Now I have respect for them people that done made it in different industries
Yes. Oh yeah, for
because I'm
sure.
gonna tell you, man, I know how I am. I know how tough I am that on people
Hmm.
that's in my life. Man, I can
Right.
only imagine them cats. You see,
Well,
and I see why people get like termed like a Trump, for instance. I can see why
right.
people go, man, he's just a straight ass man. Do you understand how focused you got to be every day? The things that's
Exactly.
going through that
To be the
man's mind.
president.
Are you? Come on.
Exactly.
Man.
Exactly.
I mean,
You know what I was
I'm
thinking
doing it
too?
on
I was
this
thinking that
level, you know.
I was watching my mind is so like my mind is limitless now. I don't have no limits
Yeah,
anymore, right?
yeah,
Now,
yeah.
I was thinking, and I was thinking, man, I was watching Richard Branson.
Mm-hmm.
He went to space.
Mm-hmm.
Something that he created in his mind, and now he's in space, right? And
Yeah.
here I am trying to convince people that car payments are bad. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? And he's
Right.
in outer space. But now I know he's
Right.
born before me, he's ahead of me. Okay, whatever, right? Then I'll get wherever I'm supposed to go. But it's like,
Mm-hmm.
man, that right there is a mind that's truly unlimited. Elon Musk is about to do the same thing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. You got the just like we were talking about the economy, how to get you, through this, that, and the other, right?
Hmm.
But here's the thing, man. People get it mixed up. See, business and personal is different. And what I mean by
Correct.
that is
Right.
you might not like how the credit card people do what they do, but you got to respect the game.
Right.
Don't get I'm telling you, man, that's how I be in every aspect of my life, man. You understand? And people go, I be talking to some folks, and they be like, even like I say, my personal life, and I might be talking to a female or whatever, and they be like, man, you asking some serious questions, Ken. I say, yeah, because see, for instance, if she got out of a relationship that she been in for a while, okay, I want to
Hmm.
know why. Why didn't you marry this guy?
Right, right,
But see,
right.
people scared to ask them. Why? I'm not scared. Why should I be? I want to know if I'm gonna be eating with you one day. See, I'm talking
Exactly.
about F. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah,
We're just talking. But
for
if,
sure,
if we proceed to where we
for
have a
sure.
dinner or lunch together, I want to
Hmm.
know who I'm equating myself with.
Hell
Because
yeah.
see, I'm gonna tell you right now. See, people would go, oh, who he think he is? See, let me tell you something. Before you become who you're gonna be, you better act as though that.
You sure do. You
So
gotta be it right now. You gotta be it now.
yes, you can't wait. How you gonna wait
No.
to be who you supposed to be?
Yeah.
If I want the wife that I want, right? If that's what I aspire to have, okay. Uh, what do I prefer? Do I want her to be 5'4"? Do I want her to be 6'2"? See, you
Well,
got to break this stuff down.
look how long your checklist is now. You know what type of woman
Oh
she'd have
man,
to be in your life now.
good
Imagine,
grief.
look at the list.
I don't think people understand, man. Because see,
That's
you
a
start to
list.
demand, things because okay, I don't get up at 5 in the morning just to be watching TV. Do you understand? That's my
Right.
schedule. I get up now. Hey, somebody can say that's on you. Well, yeah. To get accomplished what I got to do, I have to get up at 5. Before 5 o'clock comes the day before, I already have my schedule, what I'm going to do that day for efficiency. You understand?
Right.
So
Right.
my eating habits are just, man, we're going to talk offline when we get time. Cause everything
Right.
done changed up. See, for the good. See, you start
No, I mean,
demanding out
no,
of
you can
yourself.
talk about because I want people to understand how this changes every aspect of your life.
Man,
You know,
let me tell
people
you.
really need to hear other than me. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
want people to understand that this is an automatic. This shit happens
Yeah.
automatically.
Well, I'll tell you right now, I say maybe about 4 months ago, right? I'm competitive, I always have been. And so my doctor, she tells me, Ken, I was about 180 pounds, right? Which was, reason. I'm, not I'm on the shorter side, but I'm stocky, so I could kind of hold it, right? But then she said something to me. See, it's the wording. The wording. She said, "Oh, you look good, Ken." But she said, I was looking at the chart on the BMI. Now, I'm not saying the BMI is all, but it's a structured thing here. You got to
It
kind of
is.
go by it.
The shit
Come on
never
now.
made no sense to me ever.
Well, but come on. And so she said, but by the BMI, she said, you're obese. I said, I'm what? I'm looking at her. I said, what you talking about? She said, well, hold on. No, she said, because she's a nice woman. And she didn't mean no harm, trust me.
Right.
No, she really didn't. But she goes, yeah, by the chart. I said, let me see that chart. So I'm looking at the chart. I'm like, oh no. See, I said, this ain't gonna happen because I'm a competitive guy. You understand? And so I'm looking at a lot of things, man. My longevity, right? I'm
Right.
looking at health and then I'm going, okay, what am I providing for somebody I'm aspiring to be with the rest of my life? See,
Correct.
it's not just about living long, it's a quality of life. So
Oh
if
yeah.
I'm gonna provide this to her with my eating
Simplicity.
habit, then I'm gonna want the same thing from her. See, this is
Well,
what tends to happen, you understand?
yeah, I mean, my girl, she does that. When I switch up and say like I switch up, she usually follows my eating habits. If I say,
Right.
okay, I'm starting to eat clean here, she'll do it too. If I eat
Mm-hmm.
bad, she'll follow it that way too.
Yeah.
No,
And so
man. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
no, I was gonna say that was like in what? I'm trying to think. It was around March, end of March, early April, right? And so, man, I said, man, I gotta start working out consistently, and I gotta change up the eating habits, right? So, man, I tell you what, man, once I get us inspired now to do something, man, I done lost what is it? Let me see, 30 something pounds.
What?
Yes, man.
Damn,
Now that's
30
straight up.
pounds?
I didn't really intend for that to happen, but I
Because you
got
just
into
changed
it,
your
so
lifestyle.
I
Period. You
can't
just changed your
change, man. See,
lifestyle.
once I focus in on something, it's almost I get to the point of like, bruh, I just get obsessed with it in a good way.
Wow, that's a lot, man. That's a lot.
Yeah, it
30
is,
pounds,
man.
man.
Well, I got to change my clothes up now, so for real, because
Wow.
like yes, and so that wasn't intentional, but what happened was I really rarely eat meat now, and it's not even like. See, I don't eat.
It's not like you trying. It's just happening
No,
naturally.
it happens. And
Yeah, you know
people,
what's so funny? You say that, Ken. That's something's pulling me that way too, man. It
yeah,
really
man,
is. It's pulling
that's the
me.
life for
It's
me,
pulling me. And so I'm finding more, just vegetarian type of meals and stuff like
Right.
that. Learning how to cook a few, and the
Yep.
shit is good. It's actually good stuff.
I'm telling you, the things I eat are very, very simple. You see,
Right.
like I
Right.
don't eat anymore for like necessarily what people would call enjoyment. Although I enjoy the foods I have. Don't that's not
Correct.
I do it for
Just the
longevity. You
longevity. Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Like the other day, I was hanging out, right? And I
Mhm.
ain't much of a drinker or nothing, really, you know. But
Right.
I had some, you know, I had some brews
Mhm.
and I had some chicken wings because hey, I don't get them on the grill all the time. See,
Mhm.
it ain't like you can't do that,
Right.
but you got
Not
a
every
very
damn day.
man, you got to limit it. You got to,
Mhm.
you know what I'm saying? And so I had 3 or 4 wings and some brew, you know, hey, whatever. But when I got on that dang on Nordic track of mine today, I was
Mhm.
like out of control, you know, and because I knew what I got
Mm.
to make up for it, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And
Mhm.
so, but it was good stuff. See, what I'm saying out there, I don't want nobody to get no misconceptions. This ain't like
Mhm.
Ken ain't liking his life as far as like enjoyment. Man, I'm enjoying life. Like
Right.
I truly enjoy life now.
No,
See
that's
what
the
I'm
only
saying?
way it's that's the only way it's gonna be. Period. You know,
Yeah,
it's gonna be
yeah,
that way.
yeah. And
I'm
so
just thinking, I'm thinking, how in the hell are you gonna come across the woman that's gonna meet your list?
I'm telling you what, man, it's gonna be.
You can't look.
I wonder about that.
You gonna have to just stay focused and not look, because
Yeah.
she's gonna
See,
just have to come
I
to you.
can't. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because, and then you know, like people say, well, you need to put yourself in certain settings, and I do understand that. You know, like maybe you need to volunteer more because you tend to
Nah,
find
that's
people.
slaves
But see,
telling you that stuff.
right,
What setting you gonna go to? Oh, I need to find a debt free setting. Where's that? What's that
right.
down on Madison Street?
I don't believe. Hey, look, I put it like this, man. Like I talk universe like you do. See, and my thing is, you get out. Okay, like I remember back in the day. I wasn't complaining, but I was kind of going, okay, the women that kind of stepped to me, or however you want to say it, ain't quite
Mm,
what I'm looking for.
mm,
You see?
mm,
So then I had to look and put the microscope on myself and say, what can I do to change me to have the type of women that I would want in my life? See, that's really whatever you want in your life, then you got to find out what you got to do to get that in your life. Now, I'm not a woman obsessed. See, that's another thing. Like, she's not like to have a woman in my life right now is not going to complete me.
right,
You
right.
know,
You don't know.
I
You
think
don't need
that's
it.
a
Like
moment.
TV make it
No,
seem. You know how TV make it
no,
seem. Nah, that's not. That's definitely. I don't even know how to
no,
explain that part. I don't know how you
yeah,
explain that to a person.
yeah,
It's not a need, right? It's
no,
like it's
mm-mm.
that is that even like I always try to tell guys this. You know how when you grow up as a guy, they make it seem like you need to be fucking, right? You need to
Yeah,
be doing
yeah.
as many women as you.
I knew
None of
you was
that shit
gonna
is
say that.
true.
Yep. No,
It's that
that's
is
a fact.
not true. If you take what they didn't, what nobody told me, if you could take that same energy, you take that same energy
Mhm.
from that
Yeah,
fake drive that everybody
yep,
tells you and focus in on something else, your whole life
man.
changes
Immediately. Well, okay.
immediately.
The 30 pounds I lost was a byproduct of my focus. You understand? It wasn't
Yes.
because I said, "Oh man, I got to count these calories." Now,
Hmm.
look, there are things I do that I implemented. Yeah, like
Hmm.
I do have like an app where I put down what I eat. Because when you tend to do that, you ain't gonna eat the payday candy bar
Right.
because
Exactly.
you
When you
gotta look.
focus.
Dang, I ate the candy. See, so yeah, there are things you got to implement to make it part of your life. See, this ain't no diet. See, that's a whole.
Right.
This ain't temporary, folks.
Correct.
This is a lifestyle.
Hmm.
See, that's two different. See, that's why I say wording is very important. Because if I
Hmm.
told somebody I lost 30 pounds of this diet, they'd be like, "Oh man, what did you?" I want to eat, but no, I say my lifestyle. See,
Yeah,
that's different.
they don't want to hear that though. They try because
No, that's not fun.
they're trying to lose 30 by the summer. That's what they're trying to do.
Right? They got to go on that trip by the end of the month. See,
Right.
well,
Exactly.
you should have thought about that. But see, and I'm not preaching because hey, this ain't for everybody. The SMD family ain't everybody.
Nah,
See,
man. Freedom.
I don't
Hey,
look at
freedom.
SMD
Freedom
like
ain't for
that.
everybody. Freedom
There
ain't for everybody.
you go. See, there you go. The wording again. See, like I talk about percentages a lot in my vocabulary now. So, like I'll be talking to somebody, right, and they might say something, man. What you think? You think I should make this move? I say, well, what do you think the percentages is? And they say, what? I say, well, did you do any homework? I mean, what you see, what I'm saying is, don't just go off this deep end and say, I'm going to do this because I want to do it. Well, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you need to research things. Just like I say, I go back to the woman or a man if you out to look.
Mm-hmm.
It's all
Mm-hmm.
the same concept.
Can you imagine this, Ken? Imagine, I was just thinking about it. Imagine this knowledge right now, especially the sex part, right? This
Right.
now, and you take it back to your 20s, 25, early 30s.
Oh, man.
Women, I'm telling you, women would know right away that you're
Yeah.
different than every other motherfucker on earth. They would
Yeah.
know right away, be
Yeah.
like, what's different about this dude?
You
They
wouldn't
don't
even have
know.
to say nothing. You
You
wouldn't
wouldn't
even
have
have
to
to
say
say
nothing.
your
They
presence.
don't know that you want to just say, I control my sex drive. It doesn't control me. That's
Right.
what the difference is. But you can't.
Boy.
But if I had this knowledge back then, oh man,
Good.
I would walk in a room. Women would say, okay, something's different about this dude right
Yeah.
here.
I
What's
got to
different
get to
about
know
him?
him. Yeah, I got to talk to him.
Exactly.
I got to talk to him.
And just think, and you know what? Imagine myself knowing what it is. Oh
Yeah. See,
man.
it's one thing. See, some guys or women are born with beauty or whatever you call it. So they have a
Right.
natural attraction to, and hey, that's
Right.
beautiful. That's a beautiful thing.
Right. Right.
But
Right.
but here's the thing though. If you don't know how to utilize that or properly use it, then you're just throwing it away like anything else. See?
Well, think about this too, Ken. Think about this too. You said like she is fine. You're young. She is fine, right?
Right,
Beautiful,
right.
right? Niggas be like, oh my god, and then you start talking
Yeah.
to her, and you find out she
Oh,
got $200,000 in student loan debt. Her
bruh.
looks are not going. You're not gonna care
Yeah.
what she look like. You're not
I
gonna
don't
care
even
what
want
her
to go to
ass
lunch
look
with you
like.
now.
You're
See?
not gonna care what her face looks like. You don't care if she's
Yeah,
gonna be
man.
hot in bed. You won't care about none of that.
Yeah.
You'll know she's $200,000 in student loan debt.
See, once you have this mindset and you get privy to that type of information, at
Right.
that point, I'm trying to, because see, when I initially meet you and we doing this type of conversation, we doing it over coffee, park, something like that. See what I'm saying? So there really ain't no initial anything. I'm just trying to get to know you like you trying to get to know me. So if you say something like that, you're
Right.
pretty much, you have no something ain't right here, self-discipline or
Right.
immediately.
Well,
You see?
I mean, when you're young, like I said before, when you're young, they be drilling that in your head as a young
Yeah,
guy, right?
yeah,
But with this knowledge, if I could go back, I would be like, how you boy, you go out start going out with a girl or whatever, and they'd be like, "Hey, nigga, did you hit that? Did you hit that?"
right. That's
But
the
today
first
I would
thing.
say no, and I didn't even
Right,
try. That's what I would say.
right,
Oh man,
right.
how many girls you sleep with? Hardly any. I would be
Yeah,
proud to say,
yeah,
hardly
yeah,
none.
yeah. Because see, you have to look at yourself how how the projection is of the world towards women.
Right,
Do
right,
you value yourself? Do you value
correct.
your seed? See, I don't like getting too deep, but do you value your seed?
Exactly.
Because I'm going to tell you
Exactly.
something. Though she has the baby, you provided the initial seed.
Mhm.
See, guys don't think like, bruh, your seed is very important. Don't just
It
be,
is.
I'm just telling you right now,
You
man.
ain't lying. You ain't lying. Because if you need to, like, for example, the knowledge I have now, I mean, I think for everything that got me here to be on this mic,
Yeah,
even talking to you,
yeah,
I had to go
yeah,
through it. But
yeah.
if I could do it all over, right away, it'd be totally different. I wouldn't be
Oh,
doing that. I just wouldn't be having
man.
unprotected sex all willy nilly, and
Right,
especially when there's
right.
something out there that will kill you. Oh, that would have never happened. That would have never happened ever.
See, I keep
Right.
going back to
And
once
you
you
have to pass
value
this
it.
knowledge down to your children. That's why you got to
Well,
value that seed. You got
well,
to pass it
I'm gonna
down.
tell you something now. Check this out. Well, my oldest, I was talking to him, right? And one of the things I got drilled in his head now, right? Because he got somebody he might be kind of, getting a little serious with. And I
Mhm.
told him, now he already knew this before. And I went to go tell him, I said, now, his name is Kenny. I said, Kenny, he go, I know that you want me to get a private detective. Now, see, this is in his, and now see, some people might laugh, but I'm going to tell you
What is
something.
he talking about? Private detective? What are you talking about?
No, what I'm saying, well, anytime I told him, anytime you start having a feelings for a girl or woman to the point where you might even want to like
Oh,
live with them,
gotcha,
you
gotcha.
better check the background. Now, what I mean, that's credit score. That means everything. You better,
Well,
because I'm gonna tell
oh,
you,
go ahead.
here's the thing. People might say, man, I ain't paying no 1,500. Okay, you go ahead and do that. But I'm gonna tell
Right.
you, you go ahead and get in a relationship and then move on to marriage. And then you find out 2-3 years into the marriage that you got a baby or two or what have you, and you find out things that about her in her past sexually.
Mm.
that pretty much you're gonna have to get a divorce because you can't mentally deal with that. You that $1,000 ain't too much, is it?
You know what's crazy though? You would know as a SMD family member, you would know well before even bothering to hire a
Oh
detective.
yeah,
You would know right away. You
there,
wouldn't
there would
even
be
it
red
wouldn't even
flag.
get that far. It wouldn't even get
Right.
that far.
Yeah.
Because you got
Yeah.
to you got to remember people that are like that, scam artists, ripping
Mm-hmm.
people off, their personal credit reports are going to reflect that.
Yeah.
Their behavior is going to reflect that. They don't know that, but you're going to see those signs well before because they're going to be speaking that way because they don't have no other way of
Yeah.
knowing anything else.
Their verbiage, they're yeah.
Correct.
Like check
Correct.
this out. Even like if you was to ask, which I recommend, as you maybe you get to talking to her or what have you a little bit more, and
Mm,
you start thinking, okay, this might not be serious, but somebody I'm gonna spend time with.
mm,
Why can't you ask for her credit score? Because I'm gonna tell you something. Think about
right.
this. If she got a good credit score, she would want to flaunt her credit score.
I wouldn't even
So
go by credit score. I say credit report because credit
right,
score really
right,
don't
right,
mean anything, right? It don't
right.
mean
There you
nothing.
go. But
Yeah,
you
it
see
got
what
to
I'm
be
trying
credit
to say?
report.
Like, why wouldn't you
Yeah.
want? Why wouldn't you want to flaunt? If you working out, you take your body serious. I'm not saying you got to be walking around no G-string, but what I'm saying is you want to conservatively show that you work out. You're
Correct.
proud of your body.
Well,
So
your body shows the world how you treat it, for sure.
what's your self-discipline?
Correct. It shows the
Bottom
world how you
line.
treat it. There's no
There's no
lying
getting
about
away.
it. There's no
Yeah,
lying about how you treat your body. There's
yeah,
no lying
yeah.
about it. Yeah.
So that's one of my check marks. See, now, am I saying you got to be some fitness? No,
No.
okay, people, look, come on. Okay, what I'm
Well,
saying is,
that's the outside image because when I was really working out hard and I would meet women, the
oh, I
first
seen
thing
the
they would
pictures, dog.
what the first thing they would say to me? Oh, I thought you wanted a girl that's just in
Right.
shape as you. I would be like, why would I want somebody with a
No,
hard body? I don't
no,
want a woman with a
no.
hard body like
I
mine. I
want some
want
softness. Yeah.
jiggle. I want some
Right.
shake.
Right. That's in our DNA. See,
Yeah.
and so like, but like when you at anytime you having conversations like this, of
Right.
course it's generality. I mean, we talking,
Right.
a lot of people out there, but I think everybody kind of knows. Come on now, what of some a woman or a man that takes care of their body. I mean, you can kind of, you get.
Well,
I mean, come
well,
on.
again, it starts with you though. You are you going to accept anything less?
No,
Okay, then it doesn't matter what
no,
anybody else thinks. It doesn't.
yeah,
Hey, if you're, if you're like what, and and I was straight up honest with women too. I'm like, hey, you know
yeah,
what? We're not going to work out. They'd be like, why? You obviously don't work out.
yeah. See that?
I mean,
Yeah,
I wouldn't say it like that. I wouldn't say
right.
it like that, but
Or
I would
maybe
have to
you
be
might want
honest
to
with
say,
them.
you might want to say something like, because early in the conversation, it comes down to that for me. Early
It
in,
does.
I said, well,
Well, it
how,
starts physical. It starts
yes,
physical.
yes,
Yeah,
and I'll say,
people can say
hey,
whatever they want. It starts physical for sure.
how much do you put into working out a day,
Right.
or out throughout the week? And if
And
if they got a
I made the
puzzle look,
mistake of
that
trying to
ain't
see a
good.
woman that started working out when she meet me, then she started working out. I'd be like, nah, I ain't
Mhm.
doing that again.
Nah, because that ain't longevity. See, you have to show, like, okay, some people say I want a wife. Okay, well, she gonna have to show you she's a wife before you ask her to be a wife.
Right. Right.
You can't say I want to engage you, and then she starts becoming a wifely type. That don't
Right.
even make any sense. You see what I mean? So some of this I would say is common sense, but I can't say that because just 5 years ago, a lot of this wasn't even common sense to me. That's why I don't try to look at people in a certain type of light because they might be
Mm.
at a different stage in their life,
Correct.
and
Correct.
age ain't got
Correct.
nothing to do with it. See what I mean?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
So
Nothing at
that's
all.
why I don't belittle or nothing like that because and that's just my personal preference when it comes to
Well, every
all
time
these
I catch
subject matters.
myself doing that, I just remember myself being there. So it
Yeah,
helps me
yeah,
helps me catch myself today.
it humbles you.
Correct.
See,
Correct.
that's why I'm a very humble person because once you get this knowledge, especially the older you might get this knowledge,
Hmm.
you appreciate it because you go, man, I still got a second chance. See,
Correct.
I don't think
Correct.
people understand that. See,
Right.
now I'm at an age where most people go, man, man, this is the time you should be chilling. Man, come on, man. I'm taking
Well,
it
that's
like
what the
I'm.
TV tells them. TV
Yeah.
tells
See,
them that.
no, there ain't no take off, nothing. See,
Right.
Saturday
Retirement's not
ain't
an
no
age.
different.
They think
I
retirement's
don't
an
even like.
age.
I don't even really like talking about it, really. Because what does that like mean? Like kind of like. But
Hmm.
anyway, that's their definition. But I don't know what
I'm
that's
never
supposed
gonna
to look
stop
like.
doing this. I'm never
Nah,
gonna
not
stop doing it. I'm gonna be
no.
doing this till I'm dead.
Yes,
Hmm.
it's too late.
Retire from this? Hell no. Hell
No,
no. I
no,
ain't never
no.
retiring.
See, here's the thing too. Once you part of the family, it's almost like an obligation in your DNA to help others, even if you don't want to do it. It's in
Yes.
because you
Yes.
just you so joyful that you found out. Now I'm talking about people that are seeking it, of course, because you can't afford. But once
Correct.
you find somebody that's seeking it, it's in your DNA now
Do you know how
to
good it
help.
feels to hear a person say you've changed their life, man? You know how amazing
Oh
that is?
man,
That's amazing. That's
yeah,
absolutely amazing.
yeah,
Like
because
when you were saying that to me the other day in the email, man, that shit, it's
yeah,
just like it still hits me each and every time. It still just hits me like
yeah,
that was your
yeah.
first time saying it, you know?
That, because see, and here's another thing. Okay, since this YouTube information is out now, right? I would say any man, under the age of 35,
Mm,
I'm gonna tell you right now, ain't no excuses no more.
mm,
Because the reason I say that, man, look, everybody know YouTube now. Come on now, see
mm,
what I'm saying?
mm.
Everybody's privy to YouTube, and so if there's not, come on, man. I mean, the stuff is out there. Any kind of way you want to improve your life, any parts, it's out there, man. We didn't
Right.
have this. You understand?
Well, they're
So,
confused though, Ken. Imagine you know look how much content's out there. They don't know which one to pick.
right,
That's what
right.
it is. See, because
That's the
they
bad
hear
part of
you
it.
got to remember, they hear you saying it, but they don't know what kind of content you talking about.
Yeah, yeah,
See what I'm saying?
yeah. That
They
that
don't
is the
know.
catch-22 part of it. Yeah,
It is. It is. There's a lot.
yeah.
I mean, you and we can click on YouTube channels and know whether it's bullshit or not in the first 5 seconds,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah,
But they don't know. They don't know.
yeah.
They think if the
Dang.
set, if they think if the camera's nice or the person's wearing nice clothes or they live in a nice house, they must know what they're talking about.
And see, I
Hmm.
don't even go like, okay, back to the woman thing, and I'm trying to kind of keep it simplified in that area. Just like with women, okay, you look at a woman, she look nice and stuff like that. All right,
Hmm.
okay, but that's only step one out of, I don't know. You see what I'm saying? That's just the
Right.
initial step. You can't just go, oh man. I mean, you gotta talk to her, man.
Hmm.
Can she hold a conversation?
Well,
You
let
know
me
what I
ask you
mean? For
something. Let me
real.
ask you something. Let me ask you something. See if it's the same for you. You know, when you were younger, you see a good-looking woman and that desire to have sex with her. That I don't
Oh
have that
yeah.
desire anymore.
No,
That's not
no,
in me anymore. Now,
no.
I'm not saying that I don't appreciate a woman's nice body, but that control that used to be there,
Yeah,
it's just not
yeah.
there.
I totally know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? It's a
Because
whole different experience.
yeah, well, you know what? I'll tell you. I was talking to somebody the other day, right? And we was on the phone, and she told me, more or less, it's so enjoyable to have a conversation with somebody like you. You see? Now, I'm
Mm,
not saying that to brag, but the reason I'm bringing it up, because see, I immediately told her the same thing likewise. You see? Because
mm,
it is refreshing, and I don't know if refreshing is the right word, but see, for me, I'm more stimulated with your mind.
right.
You understand? Like,
Right.
what are you talking about? What do you want to do in your life? See, like, are there things that I might not know about that that I can implement to help, take me to another
Correct.
level, and vice
Correct.
versa? See, and that's where you got to take the looks and everything and put it in a bowl and mix it up. You
Right.
understand? Because see, if you just
Right.
going off the look, now look, if she can do all that and got the looks, great.
Right,
you know
right, right,
but
right,
but
right.
obviously there ain't that many of those. I mean, the percentages again, you see, I mean,
It's very
so
low. Yeah.
right, come on, man. And so, like I say, it's like a bowl. You got to mix of it, and then you got to add the ingredients. See,
Mm,
say today, whatever you eat, and you might say, oh, I want a little bit more spicy today. Okay.
mhm,
So if that's that woman, you might say, okay, it's maybe this is a little tart, so I need to add some sugar, because maybe she might not have this strength, but she got this strength, so that
Right, right.
offsets that limit. You see, you're
Well, her
not gonna get
mind has,
everything,
but her
man.
mind has to be open to it, though.
Right,
You know, it
right,
most definitely, you have to come across a woman with her mind's open to recognize what you're trying to show will improve you both.
right,
Right.
right.
It
Yeah,
will be beneficial to you both. And you gotta,
right.
but what I've learned is this: she must already own herself. She must already know who she is. You know,
Yes.
I
Yeah.
don't want to, I don't want a woman saying, "Hey, you complete me," and all this other stuff. No,
Oh, yeah.
first you
Yeah.
must complete yourself. Are you complete? You like
Yeah.
you?
Yeah.
You like the
Yeah.
peace in your life? Cool, because
Yeah.
that's exactly what I have. So now we can
And
come
that's not
together.
saying that you want the finished product, but you want to, when the
Oh,
product comes to the
there
house,
is
you
no
don't want
finished
no
product.
malfunctions,
Correct.
right? You see what I'm saying? I mean, you know what you're getting when you ordered it,
Correct.
And
Correct.
so, man, I had an incoming call and this doggone volume, I can't hear real good, man.
Oh, it changed the volume.
Yeah, but
You can disconnect and come back in if you need to.
yeah, let me do that. I'll come
All
right
right.
back.
All right. Shit, move. There we go. What's up, everybody? Anybody in here got some questions about SMD? Me? Anything you want to know? How they started? What is the SMD family? All that. How to stop being a slave? Stop listening to the unconscious ego inside you? Today is the day you can ask questions. You don't have to get on camera. You just got to get on the mic, though. You do got to get on the mic. And I'm gonna post the there's the link. And you guys can ask away. Maybe you got a question for Ken. You know, I do these so you guys can actually hear how the lie, like when you own yourself by getting out of debt, your whole life changes. Your entire life, just not your financial life, your whole life changes. Your relationships change, your friends change. Uh, you meet people in your life because they know you guys are speaking the same language and frequency. They just know, right? And it's to experience something that to help you experience something that you're not going to find on any other channel on YouTube. You're just not going to find it. You're not the way I deliver it. You're just not going to find it anywhere. And something so simple, I'm never wrong, mathematically speaking, of course. You know, and what it basically is it SMD helps you see the mathematical truth. Understand that if it's not mathematically true, if it doesn't make mathematical sense, it cannot be it cannot make financial sense. It cannot. If you always live like that, if you always never break the laws of mathematics when it comes to your money, you'll be free for the rest of your life. You'll be financially free. And what that means is that nobody owns you. Not that you have millions of dollars. That's the misconception inside the debt matrix. They think in order to be financially free, you must have millions and millions of dollars. No, you just must own yourself. You must get to zero. The cost of financial freedom is zero. It's not millions of dollars. You have to own yourself. What's up? Raining Woman says, when I first came to SMD, Pastor LJ was thirst trapping with his shirt off because he's free enough to go to the gym whenever. Now he's about to eat less meat. You know what? And right now, I know it's crazy, but right now something says right now is the time for me to get back into that shape. I'm not completely out of shape, but I'm not all sliced up like the videos you guys are watching, right? I'm not all that sliced up, but I'm not out of shape either. I know exactly what to do to get sliced up. It's muscle memory, everything. What's up? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay, cool.
I heard you about slicing and dicing.
Nah, I'm about to. Right now something's telling me it's time to slice the body on up again.
Right,
Right now
right,
is the
right,
time. So it's
right.
everybody. I think what it is, in my mind, this is what I'm picturing. In my mind, things are starting to get back. Pretty soon, there's going to be SMD tours. I predict
Yeah,
people are going to be
yeah.
wanting me on their shows, and I got
Right,
to represent. I got to be up on the stage
right.
representing SMD the proper way.
See, that's really what it's about. As a man, yeah, you kind of summed it up, because that's where I'm at now in my life, where I'm trying to max everything out, as far as like the total kin experience, you know what I mean? And so yeah, when you say that, like, you ain't getting in shape for anybody else, you getting in shape for
No,
you. See, that's what
no.
people, my focus ain't.
Uh-oh, you there, Ken? Ken, you there? Oh man, I lost you. If you can hear me, I can't hear you. Hmm.
Hold on.
Okay, and now I can hear you.
Oh, okay. I think
Uh,
I turned off like the phone light, like the display.
mm,
That
mm,
might turn off but anyway, yeah. But it's really just like, really what happens is when you get like with this SMD and the
mm.
mindset, what ends up happening, man, is you kind of don't settle for nothing else lower in your life.
Correct.
You know what I mean? Because you get so into this, and then you demand other parts of your life to get up to that same level.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
then you evolve. You can't help it,
Well,
you know?
stress. Well, people don't know stress is an indicator of something that needs to be removed from your life. You know,
Wow.
people are
Yeah.
people are doing it wrong. They're going to take medicine to calm stress instead of saying,
Hmm.
"Hey, what's causing this stress?" And then
Right.
it usually the stress points exactly what's causing the stress. I promise you,
Yeah.
stress is never wrong. You know exactly what's causing it.
Yep.
If
Yep.
you remove that shit, your life is so much better, man. That people are just looking at stress wrong, totally
Is,
wrong.
is that
Stress
like
is your friend. Stress is your friend.
it actually? Yeah. You
It's your
need a little
friend.
bit to keep you, on
Oh
your
yeah.
guard. Like,
If
yeah.
you know what it says, every time something stress comes in my life, to me, when stress comes in, it says, "Hey, LJ, yeah, this needs to be taken care of.
Yeah. I attack it. That's what I
What are
do.
you going to do with this? What are you going to do
Yeah.
with this?" And I'm not going away until you take care of it. And I go
No.
straight to it, just like you attack it.
No, you're absolutely right. Cause anymore, that's how my mindset is. Like, if
Yeah.
something come up, man, hey man, I don't hesitate no more. I got to get that,
Mm-hmm.
because see, the thing is, I need peace of mind.
Mm-hmm.
I need my mind to be I can't remember I kept saying in the beginning, you
Hmm.
can't you can't have a lot of thinking going on. Now that
No,
might
man.
sound stupid, but it's not, man.
I know exactly what you mean. That sounds to
Yeah.
the outside slaves will say, "Oh, are you stupid or something?" It's like, nah, man, I want to do a lot of
No.
thinking. I don't.
Nah, you're trying to keep your
Mm-mm.
mind fluid, so when things do come up,
Correct.
you can immediately attack it. You see, like,
And address it
remember,
properly.
right, man.
Yeah.
Like you were talking about, like the stress thing. Okay, it's like the how you say it, man, what's the word I'm looking for? But more or less, people try to put band-aids on stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's not
Yeah,
gonna.
that medicine.
Yeah, you can't.
Yeah.
Now it's okay if you got to get from the part to the house, just to be, But once you get to the house, hey, we got to go to another level and take care of
Right.
this.
Right.
See, that's like a spare tire, or yeah, you want to put it on, a fix a flat or whatever you got to do to get to the house. See what I'm saying? But
Hmm.
but but you need to be looking into, okay, what are we gonna take? By that time, the next day, you should almost have that taken care of.
Right.
That's how I'm.
Right.
Don't be waiting till Thursday if it's a Monday. Get the
Right.
tire stuff taken care. And then if you say, "Well, I don't have the money," well, see that here we
Right.
go.
Right.
Here we go. See, now you know the symptom was the tire. The
Hmm.
issue is the money, because
I
you
think
have to be able to take care of things like that, man.
It's a natural thing. And you know what? It's a natural in the debt matrix. It's a natural response to avoid things that you need to really take care of. And
Yeah, man.
that goes for people and just the things that you need to take care of physically. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
I'm like you, man. I attack that shit. And just like I said, my friend, I had to cut him out. I had to
Yeah.
cut him out, man.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
you could feel the energy that was just
Yeah.
negativity. Because
Yeah.
people won't, if you can't detect something with all the five senses, because you can detect negativity, but you can't explain how you can connect it. You detect it, right? So
No.
since you can't detect it with your five senses, you ignore it, even though you know it's true, right? I knew it was there. It didn't matter the distance where he lived. I said, that's enough.
Yeah. Yeah. And
It's
it's
out of here.
awkward. It's an awkward feeling.
It is awkward, but it had
Because
to
you
be
can't,
done.
it's hard to
And
even
when I
have
was
a
done, Ken, it
conversation.
felt so good when I was done. I swear to God,
Yeah.
it felt so good when I was done.
Yep. Well, you took care of, I was going to say, well, it's almost, now I'm not saying take this, to heart what I'm saying, but it's like you cut out that disease that was in your body.
Correct.
And see, I'm not joking about that, man, because that's what that be.
Yes.
If you don't resolve that situation with that person, that could be resolved maybe by a conversation, and they might not know your in-depthness of your financial thoughts and things.
Right.
So you might have to explain. Now, if that can't be explained and they don't seem like they're even trying to, comprehend what you're saying, then at least you're gonna have to temporarily, kind of put them to the side. Because you can't be putting mind thoughts to that.
But you got to also, you got to remember though too, man. Do you know they make money off of people believing like they can't take care of stress? Because people really believe that they cannot take care of stress themselves, so they take medicine. Like me and my girl was in the kitchen today. We was talking about this, right? You know how they tie on TV, they tie cigarettes to stress, cigarettes and alcohol. Have you noticed that, right? Now, I was watching a commercial the other day. Now, every now and then they'll have a person with a really fucked up face or something, their jaw missing because of smoking, right? Because of smoking, to try to encourage kids not to smoke, right? But I thought to myself, wait a minute. If smoking causes that, how come smoking's not illegal? Right? Right. That's what I was thinking. I was like, if smoking cigarettes made your face look like that, how come smoking's not illegal? You know why, Ken?
Money.
Can you imagine what would happen if they try to make cigarettes illegal?
Wow.
That would open up a whole different
Let me tell you something.
Because you think smokers are going to stop smoking because they made it illegal? Hell no.
Not only that, but I'm going to tell you, you better think about the people that produce it. Because I'm going to tell you, there's going to be there going to be some things behind closed doors that we can't talk about. Because they ain't giving up
let me say this before I forget. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I wanted to forget this. I was tying, how they tied the stress to cigarettes, right? People don't know if they always say, man, I always smoke a cigarette when I'm stressed. You can't turn to them and say, hey, man, how about you just remove what's causing you stress and you won't smoke cigarettes?
There you go. There you go. See, that's the key to life. It's so simple, but it's not so simple. Think about it. You see, I mean, wow, man. It's so simple. Here's the thing, though. To have simplicity in your life, you got to put preventative measures in. And are you willing to, do you have the self-discipline to not only initiate them, but follow through on them?
Hey,
that's really what it comes down to.
You got to be strong. You got to be strong to have peace in your life. That don't even make any damn sense.
Yeah, I'm telling you, because
you got to be strong to create peace in your life. Oh,
look,
my God.
At this point in my life right now, see, now I'm just on when I'm blessed to wake up every day. Okay, now I'm just on a what they call that? There is no thinking about what I got to do. It's just I do it. It's a lifestyle. See, you don't even think about what you're doing.
Right.
All you're really doing is looking for. To be honest with you, all you're really looking for is self-improvement in all aspects of your life.
Correct.
That's all you're really. That's really what I'm doing at this point. Like if I was to do the YouTube channel we talked about, right? Okay, I'm not just doing that so I could be a YouTube guy. I'm doing it so I can spread more of whatever the content of the YouTube that I'm doing to help others of what I'm doing. See what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
Now
I can't
it'll
be
be
on YouTube to make YouTube money.
no, man. Come on, man.
YouTube is the biggest stage in the world right now.
Right,
YouTube is the
right,
biggest
right.
stage in the world. That's why I'm using YouTube, because
Yeah,
they're going to spread SMD the fastest.
right. It beats being on the corner with a blowhorn trying to, right? I mean, come on, man.
Exactly. Exactly.
Sometimes you gotta use, your mind here. You see, and so yeah, like we've talked about, man. You know, this, in my mind, ain't no question. I already know what the benefits is of it. You understand?
Hmm.
So I don't need to be sold. See, so my thing is, okay, once you get out there and people kind of understand what's going on, it's gonna blow up. It's gonna be
Hmm.
like when they first discovered water. Oh my God,
Hmm.
well, you can't get enough of it. See, I mean,
Well,
come on, man.
that's why I'm telling people right now, SMD is about to be worldwide. It's about to be worldwide.
Oh yeah, no
Everybody's about to
question
know
about
this. Everybody's
international,
about to know what
international.
SMD is. Huh?
Well, you're not gonna be it's gonna be international because you can't you
Yeah.
can't contain things like this.
Correct. No, you can't.
Nah.
Have you been able to convince anybody else of this way of
Oh
thinking?
yeah, yeah. Like
I know you got the young man. Is that the
oh
only
yeah.
person? That the
I'm
only
trying to
dude?
think. There are people that come into my life because you got to throw the seeds out, and and,
Mhm.
and it's a slow process, because you can actually run people out of your life if you push it too hard. See what I mean? And so, yeah, man. So I have to really you got to be real keen on who got the potential to even try to share this with.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? And
Mhm.
so, like,
Can
with the,
you stop that vibrating? There you go. There you
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
go.
Well, that's one of my 30, 40 alarms. See what I mean?
Okay.
And now we don't talk about that. See, that's another
Right.
thing I implemented.
Right.
And people that be around me that know me, they
Mhm.
just now it's just normal. See, in the beginning, it's like, man, you need that's his alarm. See,
Mhm.
because it
Mhm.
becomes that. Well, that's who I am.
No, I put
I can't.
everything on my schedule. I don't want to think
Oh
at all.
man,
I put everything
nope,
on it.
nope,
Everything. I don't want to do no
nope.
thinking.
If I could schedule when to go to the bathroom, I would do it. I'm not. I mean, I'm telling you, man. If I could really schedule it,
Uh,
oh man, I would. I get an app, and boy, I'd be one less thing to think about. See, plus I know when it's gonna happen, so then I can, if I'm out and about, I could park. You see. So that
yeah.
I be
I don't
like,
like thinking, man. I don't want to think about
oh
nothing
man,
but SMD. I don't
yeah,
mind thinking about SMD, but anything else, I don't
right.
want to think about nothing. Nothing.
Like check this, right? When you go to the park, you want to go to the park to take it in. I
Yeah.
don't be at the park going, oh man, dang, it's Thursday already. I forgot to get that tire done.
Hmm.
See what I mean? See, now why even go to the park? Because now you can't enjoy it.
I even leave my phone in the car when I go to the park. I leave it in the car.
Well, you know what? A lot of times now people get mad because I turn my phone off.
Right. Get mad at you because you turn your phone off.
Yeah. And the only reason I turn it back on a lot of times is so I can listen to them dang on alarms. See?
Right. Right. Right.
That's the
Right. Right.
only reason. See? And so, and I understand some people that don't know the lifestyle, they say, oh, you think you just, no, man. That's the only way you can begin to function. You
Do
have
you
to.
know? Do you know that they would, if you told one of those guys, a slave, to turn off their phone for the day, they couldn't do it?
Oh, man, no. Ain't
There's
no
no way
way.
they could do it.
Ain't no way. Ain't no.
No way
Now,
they could
see,
do it.
I
One
could
day.
do I could do it.
Oh,
and,
that shit's
and,
easy
and,
for
and,
me.
and it wouldn't
Easy.
be a problem. My only thing is like maybe like the day before, I'd have to set up. You know what I'm saying? If I knew like
Right.
ahead of time, I don't
Right.
care. I could go 2-3 days because then I would put provisions in so that
Mhm.
I'm good to go. See, but no, I don't need. I need the phone. Of course, everybody needed to function these days because you need it.
Right.
You can't.
Right.
But what I'm saying is, if it broke, right? I wouldn't be like in helter skelter situation. Okay, it's 10 p.m. I can't get to get a phone or get one online or whatever. Ain't no
Mhm.
big thing. See what I'm saying? I'm gonna do my routine like I do all the time. First thing I do, boom. I'll tell you right now, I floss and brush. Boom. That's the first thing I do. Ain't no thinking. Cause see, when I first went to the dentist about 2-3 years ago, and it was about
Mm.
2-3 years before that. See,
Oh
I
yeah.
was scared because I said, "Oh my God, I bet I got it." I was lucky,
Oh, because
nothing
you hadn't been
happened.
taking care of your teeth.
Yeah, but
Oh
now,
yeah.
bruh, you can't. The people they think I'm obsessed. I ain't obsessed. but I ain't gonna have no teeth
Thank
problem.
God my mom taught me that, man. Thank God,
Yeah,
man. Because
man.
man, people, I realize this, Ken, man. People don't take care of their teeth. You know how many of my
No.
friends that my age don't have their teeth? They have no teeth.
Yes, bro. I got all but one. I think I got my back one had to get pulled,
Me
but
too. I
no, for
got one
real.
I had to pull in the
Yep,
back.
the back molar. And but right now, like I said, I get up, boom. I got my little things that they look, what they call them things. They start with a C. I can't think of it. But
What you
anyway,
talking about? What you talking about?
for to do my teeth, you know. And so I do that real quick, get my brush out, you know, the electric kind,
Mm-hmm.
30
Mm-hmm.
second. I got on the 30 seconds on each
Mm-hmm.
area, like top, bottom, 30
Oh, I
seconds
got
on
all. I
one
got
side.
water pick, all that. Because down here,
Yeah,
down south, man. Do you know how many dental places are opening up like hotcakes, man?
yeah,
I
I
mean,
bet.
there's a dental place on every corner. Brand new buildings, Ken. They're about to. That means a lot of people are losing their fucking teeth.
Yeah, and you're
I
gonna
was
see a
like,
lot
there's
more, a
another
lot of
one.
health.
There's one like 7-Elevens on corners now.
Are you right? Right. You keep eating them slushies, they taste good, but that sugar.
Mm, mm.
See,
And
there's
you
a lot of
and you
factors.
you know you find out how much it costs to get these teeth done, Ken. I mean, it's in the
Oh,
thousands.
see, like I think I talked to you about before, you know. One day I'm going to go over my regimen, man, because it's insane. But like, you know, I take so many vitamins and certain types and things, you know, and stuff like that, and smoothies, things like that. But there you go again. Hold on, there go another one. You hear it?
Yeah, yeah, I hear
They be off the chain, boy.
it.
But no, so yeah, so like black seed oil. See,
Mhm,
these are one of the. I just thought, you know, a few things like the black seed oil. You know, hey,
mm,
I'm not saying you got to take it, but I would
mm.
suggest that you look it up to see what it does for you. I don't want to get into all the.
Well, let me ask you a question about that. How do you feel about taking it? What do you feel? Because I take sea moss. So
That's what
how
I
do you
take.
feel with
See, I take the
what do you take?
capsule.
Okay, so what do you feel with the black seed oil? What do you feel different, or what do
I
you
don't.
see?
To be honest with you, I don't. Here's what I don't necessarily feel any different, but I will
Mm,
tell you, I don't ever get no colds.
mm,
I don't never get. I don't now. Look, I hope nothing happened to me saying it, but I don't have no nothing, man. You know, because this is
mm.
preventative medicine.
Right.
See, this
Oh,
ain't no band-aid. Like I was talking to one
gotcha.
fella, right, that I know, and I say, hey man, you might want to think about. See, this is why you got to know even like your friends and the people you associate with, because see, some subject matters they don't want to talk about. See, and you got to learn your friends or your associates. And so one day I was talking to him, and I brung up, you know, casually, hey man, I take that black seed oil. He said,
Mhm.
black seed oil. I said, yeah. I said, it's good for your digestion, blah blah blah. And then he go, how much is it? I said, I don't know, like 20 something, 20 something a bottle. I said, see, now before I got to explain all this to him,
Right,
the
right.
bottle lasts about 4 months. And even if it was only $20 a month, I'm paying it because I know the
Right.
value. See, because
Gotcha.
see, you thinking about the upfront, okay, that's $240 a year. No, no. You know what that ain't? That ain't that $10,000 that's gonna be tearing up your teeth. See, and it
Correct.
ain't gonna be tearing up your digestive system. Because last I knew, when you have to get like surgery, that ain't no $20 a month plan.
Right.
That's thousands of dollars. So there's $240. See, I don't think about look, $20 to me anymore. If it's got to do with my health,
Right.
next I reorder it automatically. See,
Right. No,
I'm a
I'm with that too, man. It's like now that I'm 51, man, and I see my friends that didn't take care of their bodies because I
51.
remember.
I thought you
Well,
were 31.
yeah.
Ah, yeah, I love it.
I
See,
remember
see.
because we started getting out of shape when we were getting on into our 30s. Like our belly
Mm-hmm.
started getting big, like
Yep,
late
yep,
20s. Because when you're in
yep.
your late 20s, you start thinking about, oh man, my body used to be like this in high school,
Yeah,
like you're really fucking old
yeah,
or something. You
yeah.
don't really, but because you think you out of shape. Like anyway, my body started getting. I was like, man, I'm too young for my body to be looking like this. So
Right.
I changed it up. I started taking care of it at late 30. I said, fuck that. And then,
Yeah.
but all my friends, they just said, fuck it. I'm gonna just let it go. And they just
I
let it go.
know. I know. I know.
I said,
Because
nah, man, I ain't doing that. I am not doing that.
well, see, you know what I tell folks, you know, I don't say it too often, but you know, cats that, you know, that I know. And they be like, man, you know, I might be talking about, you know, hey, you know, I work out an hour a day, blah, 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 blah. Right. And they be like, What? I said, yeah, because you know why? They be like, why? I said, because I'm an athlete for life. You know what I'm saying? That's my
Yeah.
mentality. What I
Oh yeah.
mean is, my son, we get together, right? He gets some dudes, they running some maybe I hope preferably half court, but whatever. And they might be running some full court and they be like, hey, Pops, you want to jump in? I don't have to hesitate. See, I don't want to have to be as long as I got the proper shoes on, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna hesitate. Yeah, I'll fill in, see what I'm saying? And what I will say, I'm not gonna say we gonna be put it this way. If I fill in, I look at it this way. We at least gonna stay neutral. You get what I'm saying? If I'm coming on the team, even at my age, we at least gonna be neutral. I think if I'm out there for 5-10 minutes, I'm gonna do something on that court where they be like, dang, how old is he? Because I guarantee you, with my mentality and competitiveness and the work I put in daily, I'm gonna get something done on that court.
You know what's so crazy though? I made like back then, my late 20s, man. I made up in my mind right then that I wasn't gonna ever let my body get out of shape. It was just like an automatic in my brain. I was like, that's not what I'm going. And I noticed this. I noticed as I got older, I kept my body in shape while my friends let themselves go. That would separate me from everybody else, other men my age.
Oh yeah,
because that's an immediate. Because you got to remember, because they think you can't have a 6-pack. I said, fuck a 6-pack. I said I'm going 8-pack.
Right.
And they say you can't have an 8-pack when you're 40. I was like, well, that's a lie because I do. You know,
that ain't what science say.
That ain't what science says. Exactly.
No. See, now they think you being a smart ass. No, that's straight up, man. If you willing to
really reflecting themselves, they're really saying what they can't do.
Right.
That's what people are really saying.
That's why you can't see. Now this might sound mean, but if you gonna see, that's why you can't put it this way. The majority of people in your life, you can't have them type of people around you.
Right.
Because see what ends up happening, man. Let's say I went the other day, I had that beer, right? And had the chicken wings and was enjoying myself, right? And then I was surrounded with them same type of characters. They gonna call back, let's do it, let's double it up the next day. See?
Right.
Well, see, that's just not gonna happen, fella.
Right.
That just ain't gonna happen. See? And so why am I gonna have myself around that type of environment to even tempt me? See what I'm saying?
See, just like you saying, that's that negative. You can't have that. Like where you're going, where I'm going, where you're going. No negativity in any form can come.
You don't like how they be saying, hey, we got a reduction on the product this week. I got a reduction on that type of stuff. See what I mean? Right. No, you got to limit that. That's a disease. That's a disease. see what I'm saying? That's how I look at that. That's I gotta cut it out of my hand.
It's cancer in your vision.
Yes.
It's cancer of your vision. But this cancer you can get rid of.
Right.
You just got to be strong to be able to do it. You got to say
self-discipline.
No.
Self-discipline.
That's what it is, man.
Everything
especially when it's your family, though. Especially with your family. Oh man, you got to be strong. You have to be strong.
I'll tell you right now, the majority of them, of my family, love them to death. Would die for them. See, I'm like that. Yeah. But here's the thing, though. I keep a good bit of them at a distance. Yeah, I do. Not because I don't love them, and they'll tell you today I love them. But now they a little frustrated with me. Maybe I'm not the same as everybody else. So they might not have understanding.
What you mean? Because you don't have the same views as you used to, or what? What are you talking about?
Well, because like I might not participate in things, family things as much. Because not only because time is part of it.
I get it. I get it.
And then maybe things that might be going on at the party. See what I'm saying? Put it this way, if I go, I limit my time there.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
I think, you know what it is? It's the age, man. I really ain't got time to be messing around. I did all that. Come to the gatherings just to sit around, talk about nothing. I just don't want to do that no more because I'm be dead. So I got to hurry up. I'm already.
Here's my thing. I don't mind somewhat talking about, the old times here. But like, what are you doing now? What are you thinking about doing, next month? What do you mean? Well, what do you mean? What do I mean? See, you get what I'm saying? And so I'm not being a smart ass. See, actually, I'm trying to maybe even contribute to what you might be trying to do. See, I don't know what your goal. Do you have goals? If you have goals, maybe I can help you. Maybe we can
Right.
help each other. This ain't
Right.
about Ken trying to dissect you and tell you what you know. I'm not even that type of. I'm not that guy that really like goes around saying, "Oh, that this guy should." Hey, man, I got enough to do for me. That's enough on my table to be worrying about, what LJ doing. I
Right.
know he
Yeah.
got it going
I
on
know
with the
nothing about what
SMG.
nobody else is doing.
Yeah, that's not my business. I don't judge like that, man. See, because
Hmm.
if you would have judged me 5 years ago, you would have been like, man, you might want to hit the gym. You might want to take care of your teeth. You might. So I don't be putting no mirror on nobody else. See,
I
and
don't judge
so
people.
nah, I don't. That's one of them. What's them deadly sins? Well, add one of those to the table, cause see, you can't. How they say it, throwing that rock. If you can't, something about throwing the rock, you ain't throwing it back at yourself or something. See what I mean? And so
Right.
that's why I come back to the self reflection. See, if,
Hmm.
if if you're not getting the type of women, or you not having the type of job you want, okay. Now, what type of job do you want? See, that's the
Right.
first step.
Yeah.
Okay. Do that take certain certifications? Okay. Well,
Right.
that take 2 years. Okay. Now we know we got to maintain this job that I necessarily don't like for at least the next 2 years. See, that's in your head now. Now you have to
Hmm.
be disciplined to keep this job for 2 years. See, or you can go with the option of another job you might like that might take 6 months.
Well, I mean, they got to change the way they look at jobs, though. Jobs are just tools. It's nothing that you're going to be there
Right.
forever. Not
Right.
like the way we used to look at, oh, man, I'm going to stay at
Right.
this job. It's got good benefits. Nah, man, it's just a
Nope.
tool to help me
No.
finance my
No.
dream. That's it.
That's all it is. See, even
Yeah.
okay, if you got other streams of coming in, I don't care what they are. If your dream is to be the greatest chicken coop builder of all time, okay, then
Hmm.
your motivation is to keep those streams going so that you can finance what you really want to do. See,
Hmm.
but if you
Sure.
so frustrated to do that, then you're not going to become that guy. See, and that takes see, it comes back to the same self-discipline. That's really the key to most of it, man. If you don't have self-discipline, then you're not gonna make it,
Well,
man.
step again, it boils all the way down. Step one, self-discipline. That means first thing you got to own yourself.
Yeah.
That's the,
Yes.
you know what kind of discipline it takes to own. First, you got to know you don't own yourself. That's number
Right.
one.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then once you know you don't own yourself, now you got to do the discipline and the steps to own yourself. You know how hard that shit
Right.
is, Ken?
Right. 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 Well, I
Imagine
know
how
because
many
I went
millions of
through it.
people are never going to do that. Never.
What? Well, you might have the gumption. How like you watch a movie and you get inspired. You go, oh, way out. Okay,
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
it sounds good. See, but
Right.
here's the beautiful thing about it. Like the 90-day rule, they say if you start something new, a new habit after 90 days, for the most part, it becomes part of your everyday life, right? Well, the same thing with this stuff. Once you become cognizant of making you the best person you can become, it's not work no more. You see, it's just part of your everyday. That's what you do. See. So yeah, the beginning parts you got to think about. Hey, I need to implement this, that, or whatever. I got to get up at this time. Okay, but after all that food, the first part get done, it's a piece of cake, man. I mean, you got to keep continuously trying to come up with new things to take yourself to another level, but at the same time, to finding those things come your way because you put yourself in around people and
In those
environments that
yeah,
bring those
around those
things.
people. Yeah.
Yeah. So
And it just naturally happens, right? It
right,
just
right.
naturally connects, and you got to be comfortable with the unknown. You have to be
Yeah,
uncomfortable. You got to
that's
be
a.
comfortable
I'm
with the
glad
unknown.
you
That's
brought
a
that
whole
up.
different thing right there.
You got to be comfortable with the uncomfortable.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
You get what I'm
exactly.
saying? For real,
Yeah.
man. Because see, you're a lot of times you're gonna be traveling a road that a lot of people ain't took, that you don't know about, and you can't necessarily in the beginning stages. See, because your mind ain't having people that are like-minded gravitating to you in the beginning. See,
Mhm.
but
That's
as
why
you
that's why I love, like, this has been created. right?
Oh yeah.
Now we have a place.
Yeah.
People have a place to come to speak to like-minded people.
Yeah. That which is very crucial. You know what I
Yes.
mean? I mean,
Yeah.
it's because you can't. What you gonna go to a coffee joint and just start yelling out, "Hey, who?" I mean, man,
Who in here is debt?
I don't.
Who in here is debt free? Who's
I
in here
wouldn't
debt free?
advise that. I wouldn't advise it. See what I mean? I mean, and so yeah, when I came across your stuff, man, like those thoughts. How do I even say this? Some of this stuff, I don't want to say that. I was gonna say some of this stuff is implanted in you, but I don't want to say that because I think, man, I don't even, do you get what I'm saying? I think some of it might be implanted naturally with you, but until you like have like a blueprint or you see what I'm saying? You don't know
Well,
how to
that's what I
even
call
do
the
nothing.
unconscious ego. The unconscious
Right.
ego.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
You don't have the blueprint. See, you might be fast, but if you never heard about 100-yard dash, what's the point of keep running around? You
Right.
see, you
Right.
just, you can't measure nothing. You can't.
That's
You see?
why. That's why. I was talking. Remember how I was talking? I was saying I wasn't going to be able to put slaves on shirts because of it might
Right.
get people in fights.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
now I can. I'm gonna put on the shirt. Are you slave to unconscious ego? See, now you know how. Okay, put it this way, so you can
Because
get what I'm saying.
it almost forces you to think too.
That's what I want to put on there because you got to remember this. You know how the politicians are there for slaves to point the finger at,
Sure,
right?
they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how they make so the slaves won't look at themselves. So now
Right.
when they see this on a shirt, slave to unconscious ego, they won't look at the word slave and say, "Hey, you're talking about me. Why are you calling me a slave?" No, they'll be like, "Slave to unconscious ego. Slave, what is that?" Then they're going to be
Right.
asking questions. So now I can actually put slave on the shirt without them thinking that I'm calling them a slave.
Right. Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, you know what you're doing. You're planting the seeds.
Correct.
Like I was talking to somebody before, and we had a three-way conversation going, right? And the one dude was kind of new to these types of conversation. And the one guy, older guy, I call him Unc, right? And he was like, "Man, you and Unc, man, y'all always be talking in these what's the word? Like these code words, man. Why don't y'all just really say what y'all want to say?" Right. And we start laughing. See, because the thing is, it ain't code words. That's a way of life. That's how we talk. Ain't no see, like we have conversations off here, in person. And I guarantee you, it isn't even more in depth. You know what I mean? And people would just be like, you would hear what we're saying, but do you get the okay, when I was coaching football, right? I want that guy to know what he's doing, but I also want him to know where he fits in the piece of the play. That's very important because just say, "Hey, run forward and do this." Okay. But you should be asking yourself, why am I running? You see? So that's a whole nother angle to life.
See? It's I mean, put it this way, man. I love this gift that has been given to me. You know what I'm saying? I make sure every morning I wake up and I make sure I show and say appreciation because I know I know something millions of people don't know. Millions. It is a financial superpower.
Yeah. And you know what? There's other things I'm working on too. And I know you got, we've talked, but I guarantee with the SMD, what you got going on, when you get up in the morning, you can't wait to attack again. See what I mean? Because you're just, man, that's how I am anymore. Because there is no time I don't have no time to fool around, man. You understand? Right. There is no time. No, I had, like the other day, I had an outing. I'm not saying you can't have fun. Well, you have to limit it. You have to limit it.
Yeah.
You can't be doing that all day.
No, I'm definitely not saying miss life because these last 5-6 years, man, I've enjoyed more life than I had in my whole life, Ken. I've never been more free in my life within the past 6 years of my life.
Right.
Man, it's crazy.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, with all this adventure and how this adventure in life so far, the main, now here's the top thing on my head now. Other than what I got to take care of, travel. Oh yeah, I got to travel because see, I've traveled here and there, but I mean, I'm talking about traveling.
Oh, you
And the
ain't never been out the
reason is,
country?
oh yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
oh, oh, I thought you
but
said you ain't
not
been out the country.
nearly enough as like I should, and I'm going to
Gotcha.
do it. You understand?
Oh yeah, most
Because I
definitely
tell
do
you
that.
what, you know how like they say people go to Mecca and stuff, you know, for religion point. Okay, that's how I'm looking at it from my point of view. See, this is a spiritual from me, from the universe. You understand? Because I need to find other cultures. I need to
Oh
find
yeah.
other ways of living. I need to really I need to appreciate what I do have in America. You see what I'm saying?
You know what I did notice too, though, Ken? You know what I did notice? Like, I remember one time I went to Mexico, right? Now
right.
the average vacation time for here in America is a week or 2 weeks, right? Right. And I remember I went to Mexico and I met this German couple, okay? And they call it holiday, right? And I asked that everybody asked, "Oh, how long are you here? How long are you here?" So they asked me, "How long are you here?" I said, "Oh, I'm here for 6, 7 days or whatever." I said. They looked at me with this shocked look on their face, right? Like, what? And I said, "How long are you guys here?" They said, "We're here a month."
Just on the reverse, yeah.
On the, you know what I thought to myself? Oh, they must be rich or something like that. No, you can do that. That's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah,
How you gonna learn another culture in another country in a week? That's impossible, man. You
See,
need at least a month to enjoy what it's really like to be there. So I remember I went to Mexico not Mexico, but Hawaii. That's in the country though. I'm not saying it, but I went to Hawaii for 2 weeks.
Right.
And everybody thought I was like, who? They were like, 2 weeks. Who are you going with? I said, I'm going by myself. They were just shocked.
See, that's another thing, man. Now, when I profess that I'm going, because see, remember I told you in the beginning, ain't no ifs and maybes. I'm going.
Right.
You understand? So matter of fact, I'm gonna try and do one of these from one of the countries I go to. Hit you up on SMD.
Oh,
see what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not even laughing, so people know I'm gonna take the pictures and we can do it live then. So you know I ain't joking. See?
Right.
And anyway, and I don't care if I go solo or not. See, hey, if I happen to meet somebody that I would like to invite or whatever, okay. But that ain't gonna be no key whether I'm gonna do what I gotta do either way. See what I'm saying? And I'm gonna enjoy myself. See?
Nah, that's minimum now, man. That's like when I go on vacation, minimum a month for me now. Minimum a month.
See, that's my mindset now. I'm not going for no 3 days. For what?
No. And that's minus the days of your travel. It's still like you go on vacation for a week. And that's minus the days of your travel. So take 2 days off of your vacation. So that even shorts your vacation even more. So you're not really even gone a week, right? I would never. That's just crazy when I think about it today. That's absolutely bananas.
I guarantee there's people out there going, I ain't no way I only got 2 weeks of vacation.
Right.
Now, remember like I spoke about before, just like a job you going for, you got to start figuring out a way. Maybe I should go self-employed. You see,
but you know what's crazy?
Go ahead.
You know what's crazy though? When they earn, you know how they got to earn 1 week, 2 weeks vacation, right? They can't even. Most of them are not even allowed to take it all at once. Have you noticed that?
Yes, they break it up. Yeah,
they make them break it up. You mean, hold up? Nobody stops to say, "Hey, wait a minute! I have to earn this vacation," and you mean to tell me I can't take it all at once? Nope, I'm not working here. See you later.
Yeah, see that. See, once you get this mind, man, I tell you, there's so many things like that, man. Your life changes because there's certain things that you just ain't gonna, you ain't dealing with that kind of. You ain't dealing with stuff that's gonna like almost suffocate you as a person.
Right, man. Hey,
you're not gonna be dictated.
I know I got to earn the vacation, but hey, boss, can I take it on these days? Can I get approved to take the vacation that I earned? Oh, hell no.
Or check this. Or they go, well, LJ, we're gonna make the exception for you. See, now you gotta owe them now. No, you ain't doing. See, like even when I was on the job, right? I would go like this. No, I would make a point. No, you ain't do nothing for me. See,
This is
No.
business, baby. This ain't nothing
Yeah,
personal.
I earned those. What you talking about? See what I mean?
Right.
Wait
Right,
a second.
man.
Hey, Ken, if we let you, I remember one time, right? This is straight up, man. And I did like CNC machinery, right? And I had to come up for a review because I was new, my first 6 months, man. And I was kicking butt, you know. I ain't gonna lie about it. And so he come up, he review. He said, "Oh, yeah, for your review." I said, "Yeah, I know, I heard about it. You know, I'm letting them know. Yeah, yeah, I'm confident about this, bro." See. So he said, he going through the check marks and talking and stuff. And I stopped him. I said, "Whoa." I said, I don't know. I think his name was Ed or something. And I said, "Ed, I said, there's a little issue here." He said, "Excuse me?" I said, "Yeah." I said, "Now I see the check marks for very good, good, average, or below, right?" I said, "Why are the majority of my check marks in the middle? Feel me? Like good or average?" He said, "Well," I said, "Well," and he said, "Well," he said, "You're new, so you know we typically don't like to, you know, give very good or good because you know." I said, "Because what?" Feel me? And he said, "Well, you know, you ain't." I said, "Well, there's something going to be changed." I said, "Because that's my performance. It's very good to good. You can ask my coworkers about that." See. So, make a long story short, I said he wasn't wanting to hear it. I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, we might need to go in the office." And no, that's what I did. I said, "And we can have a 3-way conversation with you and the HR person." See. And he said, "Now wait a second." I said, "Ain't no big thing." I said, I'm confident going up there." He said,
Yeah,
"Well,"
they don't understand it.
and see, he go like this. "Well, maybe I can." I said, "No, no." I said, "I don't want you to do nothing that you're not willing to do." See, if that's
Right.
not how you feel, I don't want that very good because I earned it. I don't want nobody's sympathy. He said, "Oh,"
Exactly.
he go, "Oh no, it's not." I said, "No." I said, "Well, when are we gonna be up in the office? Because I gotta know what time because my machines are running." See, I'm already
Yeah.
speaking. Oh yeah, we gonna have a meeting now
I
because see,
I
something got.
remember I remember the last year too, man. I remember I was at work too. I remember the last year I was debt free, and
Mm-hmm.
they were doing a reorg, right? And you know when they do a reorganization, they let people go. I mean,
Right.
everybody scrambling around like lab rat.
Yeah.
Oh my God, what are they gonna do?
Yep.
Oh man, so and
Yep.
so's gonna get cut and this and that. And they were scrambling. They saw me over there just chilling. I didn't
Right.
care. I didn't
Right.
care.
Right.
They were like,
Right.
LJ, you ain't even tripping. No, tripping over what? If they
Yeah.
tap me on the shoulder and say, "Hey man, we cut your position," I'll be like, "Okay, let me pack up and leave. I'm out."
But see, I'm gonna tell you something, LJ. Even before I got debt free, right?
Mm,
My mindset even back then, because I'm a go getter. See, so
right,
if because I've left jobs. Oh yeah, because
right.
of certain things. No, I've done it. See, and
Mm,
so because of principle. But the thing is, if they give me the tap and say, "Hey, we don't need you," which don't think I even never had that, to be honest with you. But
right.
if that day ever had come, I was cool
Mm,
with it because see, here's the thing. I'm not begging you for the job back. I can
right.
guarantee you that. What I'm going to do is if I can't immediately find something that's giving me that same money, that's cool because I'll find another job within a week. See, I'm already
Right.
that's going to happen. See, and I'll get me a second job so I keep my income up till I get the other job that's going to succumb the last job I had
Right. Right.
see until I get out of the rat race. See,
Mm-hmm.
so
Mm-hmm.
it don't matter what they throw my way. See, that's where you got to have belief in you. You should never be stressed for the most part. See?
Well, that goes back to first owning themselves. It always comes back to
Uh-huh.
that, man.
Yeah. Yeah, it does,
See what I'm
man.
saying? It all
That's the
starts
root.
there.
That's the root cause.
That's
See?
the root cause.
And so we can talk about discipline, self-discipline and all this and that. But at the end of the day,
Mm-hmm.
if you don't own yourself, I don't care how much
Right.
self-discipline you got. You're still in the
Yeah.
rat race.
Your business
So
is
there's
gonna be
gonna be
bad.
stress. Yeah.
Yeah.
So how you gonna go to Australia for more than 4 days? If you in the rat,
Hmm?
maybe you can get a like okay, if you
Oh,
in the rat race, you might can go for a week tops, probably, right? You
right.
can't be thinking about no 2 weeks a month. Come on, man. How you
And
gonna do
man,
that?
when I went there, man, it took a whole day of
Mm-hmm.
flying. I've never been
Mm-hmm.
on a plane. First of all, never been on a plane with 3 levels. Second of all,
Yeah.
I've never eaten dinner, fall asleep, wake up, and you still flying.
Yeah.
I fell asleep for a few hours, woke up,
Uh,
and I said, "Are we there yet?" Nah, man, we still got hours to go. I'm like, man, that is
you
crazy.
sound like the Ice Cube movie now. Are we there yet?
Uh, and then when you get there, you're a day ahead of everybody. Like it's
Right.
Saturday
Yeah.
there, it's Friday
Yeah.
for everybody else.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
And this is what's crazy. This is what I'd never experienced this, Ken. I'd never been to a place where I had the accent. Right?
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
laughing at the way they were laughing at the way me and my friends say things, and I
Right.
was like,
Right.
but when they're laughing, you can't hear what they hear.
Right. You know what that's like? You know, that's like I was talking about when I was on the phone with that third party person with me and
Mhm,
and he
mhm.
kept, what was the word he would say? It's funny, man. He said, "Why y'all keep talking in riddles?" He said, "Yeah, why y'all
Oh,
keep
right,
talking in riddles?" And I
right,
said, "We ain't talking in no riddle. We just started laughing because we knew that he didn't know." See?
right. Didn't know. Yeah.
And that, see, what you laughing about the accent is the same thing with the riddle. Just like I had a conversation, about the Bible with somebody, right? And
Uh-oh.
and I was
I don't know why
talking,
you
yeah.
did that.
No. I don't get deep
Oh,
with that stuff. It was
oh,
just
okay.
hit and run. And I told
Mhm.
him, I said, "Look, I said the Bible's all about riddles, really."
It
And
is,
they was
man.
like, and they was like, because if you think about it, he don't,
Mhm.
or it don't just tell you exactly. If you do this is it. Oh, that's why you got like the
Oh, yeah.
SMD, like
Oh, yeah.
like I said with the shirts, right?
Yeah, I know where you're going with this.
The
I
way,
definitely know where you're
yeah,
going
the
with
way
this.
you word it is the same thing, man.
Mhm.
It what it's doing is throwing seeds at you. See?
Yeah, I sometimes I'll be seeing that stuff, but I don't be
You
talking
there?
about it. I'll be like, nah, I ain't getting into none of that. Mm-mm. All right, man. We've been going on 2 hours, man. We got to cut this off, man. I'm at to get ready to go. Can you hear me, Ken? Can you hear me, Ken?
No,
If you can hear me, man, I'm just saying we're about to cut it
no,
off, man.
no. You been
Okay, I don't think I can hear him. All right, Ken, if you can hear me, man, we're about to cut it off, man. I appreciate you coming on the show. Uh well, everybody, this was more of like I wanted you guys kind of hear the life of debt-free people. Hear the life of a debt-free person, how it has changed, how it's changed almost every aspect of his life. Now, because you guys always hear me speak, man, but I really want you guys to understand this. And even though, like I said earlier, even though I don't, I use the word slave on the show, and I always will use slave on the show, but what it really is that you guys are slave to the unconscious ego inside of you. That's what you're slave to, because I say you're slave to it because you have a choice not to be, right? And like I said before, unconscious ego doesn't trust math and doesn't know it, right? And if you are a person, even though I can show you mathematically on the calculator that you're not a homeowner if you have a mortgage, if you don't believe it, it's because you are a slave to the unconscious ego inside of you. You don't have to agree with the unconscious ego inside of you that it doesn't agree with math. You don't have to say, "Hey, I'm with you." You can say, no, I believe the calculator." It's totally up to you. But anyway, let me I got uh if you haven't picked up a shirt, I'm gonna paste the link in here. The link, excuse me, the link is in the details of the video. I forgot I put it already. Good, I was ahead of time. If you want a shirt, there's a link in the video, link underneath there. That's just the first edition shirts. Unfortunately, I was supposed to get the shirts Wednesday. I haven't got them yet, so I'm assuming that I'm gonna get them Friday. And I'm gonna tell you guys, when I walk in there, this is how I'm gonna do it, so you guys understand that this is just business. Okay, they promised me 7 to 10 business days. Okay. That's what I walked away with. Now it's going on day 13, 14. When I walk in there, I'm gonna say, "Hey man, you guys promised me 7 to 10 business days. You didn't deliver. What are you gonna do for me?" If you want my business, if you want me to return here, what are you going to do for me? If they say nothing, I'm going to pay my bill and I'm going to leave. And I'm never going to use them again. Because when you guys get out of, when you get out of the debt matrix and you own yourself, now you understand the value of the time in your life, and you let nobody waste it. Right. So now I'm on their timetable to when they finish the shirts. I don't like that. I do not like that at all. I've had to call several times. I've not to call, excuse me, email a couple times to get some kind of response to say, hey, what's up with the shirts? They're supposed to come to me. I don't like that. Right. So, which in turn makes you guys wait, the people that have already ordered the shirts. I do not like that. So now I am already looking for, luckily I live in a town, a vacation town where there's a whole bunch of print makers here, shirt print makers here that I can go to. But now I just have to pick another 3. This time I'm gonna go to each one, see what they offer, blah, blah, blah. And I'm gonna find one that's gonna appreciate the business. But we'll see. I'm not gonna knock these guys out the water just yet, but I'm gonna look for see what their response is to me. And then that's going to tell me if I'm going to continue business with this company. Okay. And I'm not going to badmouth the company by saying the name and all this other stuff, but I'm just telling you that this is what I'm going to do. All right. Well, you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you all. Until next time. All right. Later.